Now, I don't say this very often, but I truly mean it. You need to try this build right now, today. Or at least start to farm for it and put it together. Because this week, this build is God mode. It truly is. You will be able to use your specialization weapon the entire time. You will not have to use anything else, and you'll be able to complete missions on heroic with all directives with ease. This build will put a smile on your face. And this build, it doesn't matter how many blues, reds, or yellows you have. It doesn't even matter what attributes you have. You could run this with all blues and just be a full tank. Because remember, that's not going to mess with your specialization. You can use this with all yellows. You could use this with all reds. It does not matter. I promise you, just put this build together and turn on the global event that is currently live. I cannot stress this enough. Put this together right now. All right, here we go. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comments section below. And, well, shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom. Now, we're going to start off with the build breakdown, and then I'm going to show you some really fun gameplay. The build breakdown, just follow along. I explain everything in detail. If you just skip around, you might get confused. So, without further ado, here is your build breakdown. Now, this is a specialization build. Now, before I even get into it, this is what the devs had to say.
Hollywood, triple explosion range.
Hollywood is easy. More explosions. Bigger
more
explosions.
Yeah. Triple explosion damaged. Yeah, explosions generate signature ammo and grenades at your location.
Yeah, and that was one angle with Hollywood, was also that it should be the signature weapon global event. So we really want to make sure that when you use your signature weapon, or when you play with the modifier, we give you the tools to actually keep it running. So it should really be the one where you're playing as much as possible, almost all the time, with your signature weapon being out, because that's what it should be built for. It's all about spectacle and big destructions.
All right, you still here? All right, so this is technically the specialization global event, or the quote-unquote global event meant for specialization builds. And this is a specialization build. More specifically, this is a demolitionist specialization build. You will only have to use your demolitionist specialization. You will not have to use your weapons. You will not have to use anything else. You can use your skills to help you with this global event, but you don't have to use your skills either. And in fact, you'll see me use this on heroic with all directives, and I will only be using my specialization. Well, until I get to the named enemies, and I'll show you why here in a second. But with everything else, it is a cakewalk. Like, truly, it will put a smile on your face. I don't know how many times I can say that, but I did one mission with this build, and I was like, yep, I need to let people know about this right now. It's ridiculous. So why am I stressing the amount of fun with this build? Well, here's the star of the show. A 3.2 million total damage grenade launcher. And this thing is not even halfway to max for expertise. I'm sure with expertise you could get this probably near 3.5. And I'm not joking. Maybe even higher. Now, why is this so fun? Well, for some reason, the developers tripled everything for this global event. So what do I mean by that? Well, you heard what the developers said. Well, here are the details for that. If you go to Hollywood, remember you need to make sure it is activated, and then you can go to details and it'll tell you, all right? Rogues are outfitted. All hostile factions now have energy shields, and the only way to get through these energy shields is either with a EMP or an explosion, all right? So those are your two means of attack during this global event. EMP damage and explosions. Okay? So looking at my build for these skills, these are very important. The first skill is a jammer pulse, which acts as a EMP. This will disrupt the enemy and make them explode. Not only that, but I am also using the EMP sticky. Now, this sticky bomb will also disrupt the enemy and cause them to explode. So, in a in a rare chance that you don't have specialization ammo and you're waiting for it to regenerate, use these skills whenever their shields pop back up and it will cause the enemies to explode. Both of your skills will cause them to explode. So it's really cool. Now, looking at the build itself, there is quite a bit of synergy here. Now, the first thing I wanted to mention is you see the 3.2 million total damage. That is because I have explosive damage on the build. All right, so you can see 3.2 million. And if I were to go to a normal build, here's one, and check it out, you can see 2.5 million. All right, big difference here. All right, so going back to my build, so the 3.2 million damage is because I also have explosive damage on this build. How do I have that? It's because I am running 2 pieces of Grupo Sombra. So this brand set, 2 pieces, it was actually buffed during the Project Resolve. So I know a lot of people might say, well, just put on 1 piece of Chinalite, right? Well, if I go, let's see if I have a Chinalite here. Shoot, I don't. I know I have a chess piece. Yahtzee. All right. So that one gives you 15% explosives damage, right? 15. However, the 2-piece Grupo gives you 20, right? So using the 2-piece Grupo, I get 2 items where I could have crit chance on each of them. I get crit hit damage from the brand set bonus, and I get 20% explosives damage from the 2-piece bonus. So that's how I'm getting up to that 3.2 million. Well, that, and I'm rocking Tip of the Spear. Now, this is one of my least favorite gear sets in the game. It is. I'm just going to go ahead and admit that. I rarely ever promote this gear set because I think it's useless. However, I will admit when I am wrong, and right now during this global event, I am wrong because this is the time to use a specialization. This is, well, in my opinion, the only time you should really be focusing on using your specialization. So during this global event, with it being explosive damage and EMP damage, it only makes sense to rock explosives damage, Tip of the Spear, and then some EMPs, right? Because that's what it tells you to run during this global event. So that's why I have it synergized the way I have it. Now, another thing that's going to make a lot of people scratch their head, and I'm going to go ahead and just show you the differences right now, is the attributes. I'm going to have weapon handling on everything, all right? So weapon handling and crit chance on both of my Grupo items, and then weapon handling on all of my Tip of the Spear. With crit chance, that should be, yep, on everything else. Weapon handling, that whole jazz. Now, I have 2 crit hit damage mods because my good old Lady Death here doesn't need any more crit chance. So I'm at 59 crit chance, 89 crit hit damage. But that doesn't matter because I'm not using it. I'm not. I'm using the Demolitionist specialization. However, if I am in a pickle or if I am going up against a named enemy, I can whip out my Lady Death and go ham. Now, the reason why I keep saying named enemies, that is because if you look at the talent for this specialization weapon, it says M406 HE grenades. They are a grenade with a 5-meter blast radius. However, you can see right underneath it, reduced damage against named enemies. So if you are saving all your specialization ammo for the named boss, and you're not killing the boss immediately, that's why. It's because you're doing reduced damage against that named enemy. So that's why I have the crit hit damage mods on there. That way I can whip out the Lady Death whenever I'm going up against those bosses. I'll shoot my specialization first to get their armor down low, and then run around a little bit with the Lady Death, get that amplified damage, shoot them up, they're dead, moving on. Pretty simple. But for all of the other enemies in the entire mission, game, whatever you're doing, all of the other enemies, you can, just whip out the specialization and it's a one tap. Now, with this build combination, I'm averaging around 3.6 million per hit. And then the secondary explosions from the global event are around 8 to 900K per explosion. So that's around about where I'm hitting right now with this build. Now, the reason why I was saying you could run all blues if you want, you could run all yellows if you want, it doesn't matter, because none of it affects your specialization. None of it does. So as long as you have this build combination, none of the attributes really matter. However, the weapon handling does. And that's why I just wanted to point that out really quick before I do a deep dive into this build. So you can actually toggle your weapons and get to your specialization weapon under the weapon stats. And you can see that with the weapon handling I have currently, my demo specialization reloads in 3.9 seconds. 3.9. Now, why does that matter? Well, think of it like a LMG, okay? If I go to a normal demo build that I have, let's see, here we go. And I go to the stats and look at the demo, you can see this one has a 5.6 reload speed. 5.5 seconds. Come on. So that's why I'm rocking weapon handling, because when you're going down to a specialization build, the only real attribute that's going to help your specialization is going to be weapon handling. So now, whenever I go back to these stats, sorry I keep toggling, but it's the only way to do it. Now when I go back to these stats, you can see I have the 3.9 reload, I have the accuracy, the stability. It has a faster weapon swap speed, so even swapping to my specialization is quicker. Like all of this, and it really does help out. You'll see a big difference. Now, another thing I want to point out before deep diving into everything else for this build, the backpack for the tip of the spear, it gives you quite a bit. So it gives you weapon damage after the 15 seconds of fully depleting your signature ammo. So whenever you're out of signature ammo and I switch to that Lady Death, I'll get the amplified damage from the Lady Death, but then I'm also going to get the extra weapon damage from the tip of the spear. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out is the second part here, it says it doubles the amount of ammo generated. That doesn't double the regen time, but that doubles the amount that you get within that time. So if we go over to the chest piece, it says in that bottom part of the aggressive recon talent, it automatically regens your signature ammo every 60 seconds. And it does. I've tested it out. Works like a charm. I love it. Now, rocking the chest piece with the backpack, you get 2 grenade launcher ammo every minute. Now, you can hold 8. So right now, you can see I have 2 in the chamber and I have 6. So I have 8 grenades right now for my grenade launcher. And every minute I'll get an additional 2. So I'll shoot some enemies and I know within 60 seconds I'm going to get more added. Now, if you have, 7 out of the 8, it'll only regen the 1. It's not going to give you any more than 8. So make sure you're shooting it out. It will regen over time. Don't sit there and try to wait until you have exactly 8. That's not how it works. Just keep shooting them out. You'll get them. It's really fun. So another thing to point out is the reason why you can just keep using your specialization is because using the tip of the spear chest piece, it also has this new talent, Specialized Destruction. So on top of increasing your weapon damage and all of that, It now has every third kill from your signature weapon will give you signature ammo. Now, this is how you're getting infinite ammo. So, on top of getting just 3.6 million at least damage per hit, every third kill you're going to get ammo, and every minute you're getting 2 ammo. So, it's like non-stop grenades. Now, these drops are going to give you 2 as well. So, you're going to get 2 every minute, and then every third kill you're going to get 2 as well. So, it's getting to the point where this specialization and this gear set is just perfect, and it's tailor made for this specific global event. So that's why I keep stressing put this together right now, try it out, because this week is going to be the week for you to do this. Now, again, you could rock this with all blues and have, 1.8 or 1.9 million armor, whatever, 2 million, whatever it is, just depending on your expertise. You could go really stupid tanky and just rock around with your demo out and just pow, 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 rock out with your demo out. Now, that was a huge kind of summary. So let's go ahead and just knock out all the details. So the demo is going to be your primary weapon, basically. So with expertise 12 out of 25, I have 3.2 million damage right here on paper. But again, you can get 13% more just by doing the expertise. It will cost you a lot of exotic components, but it's going to be worth it. I'm going to try to max mine out this week just because of this global event. This global event with the new changes, it completely has opened the door for tip of the spear demo builds all day long. I'm just going to make everything explode just all day. Now, as far as the weapons, it doesn't matter what you use. Truly, it doesn't. You can use an AR, you can use an LMG, you could use whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm just using a Lady Death because my demo, I'm going to be relatively close to my enemies. And whenever I run out of my specialization ammo and I'm forced to use a weapon, I'm probably going to be pretty close to the enemies. So I'm ranging more towards an AR or an SMG. So I went ahead and went with the Lady Death because I know that I want to just keep using my specialization. I don't want to use my weapon at all. So the Lady Death with its burst damage, with that amplified, it's a no-brainer. So burn down the enemy with the SMG, switch back to the grenade launcher, and then just go right back. Explosions! Building kick! Huh! Things like that. QN Terry Crews. Now, just for sake of argument, here is the Lady Death. It's sitting at 91k total damage. That is max for the expertise, and all the attributes are also max. SMG, crit chance, and damage to targets at a cover. Now, I want to note that with all the weapon handling, I have a 1.4 second reload for this Lady Death. Pretty nice. As far as the secondary and sidearm, you can use whatever it is you want, truly. Same with the Lady Death, you can use whatever you want. I am only focusing on using my grenade launcher, and if I don't have the ammo, then I'll use the Lady Death. So I don't care. Use whatever. You could do 2 million armor and use a freaking pestilence for all it counts. Doesn't matter. Now, as far as my secondary and sidearm, just for references, here's the Slayer. This is the holiday event item that comes around every holiday event. And my sidearm is the backup boomstick. Looking at the build itself, I'm sitting at 1.4 million armor just in case I blow myself up. It truly doesn't matter because I'm still probably going to die from it. But I feel the 1.4 million armor for me is tanky enough because I still want that weapon damage. In case my specialization fails or I'm out of ammo or whatever, I want to still have some weapon damage to fall back on. So 1.4 million armor, 3 blues, 3 reds. In my opinion, good to go. Now, as far as this build, it is a tip of the spear build through and through. Now, chest piece and backpack, we are going full tilt tip of the spear. And tip of the spear is fully focused on signature weapons. So looking at the gear set bonuses, the first bonus you get is right there, focused at your signature weapon. You get 20% signature weapon damage. Your 3-piece bonus, you get weapon damage. So whenever you run out of signature weapon damage, boom, you have more weapon damage. And then your 4-piece aggressive recon, again, more weapon signature. I mean, it's just all focused on the same thing. And that's why it's very easy to have a fully synergized build for this, because it's meant for one thing and one thing only, and that's explosions. Now, the talent, it says getting signature weapon kills will give you 15% weapon or signature weapon damage for 10 seconds and 25% reload speed. However, because we have the chest piece, that increases to 30%. So now it increases 30% signature weapon damage and 25% reload speed for the next reload of your weapon. Now it also automatically regens that signature weapon every 60 seconds. And then with the backpack, again, signature moves is the name of the backpack talent, and that gives you 50% weapon damage for 15 seconds whenever you are fully depleted of signature ammo. And then this doubles the ammo intake from tip of the spear. Now, as far as attributes, we have weapon damage for the backpack, weapon handling, and then crit hit damage. For the mask, we have armor, weapon handling, and crit hit damage. For the chest piece, armor, weapon handling, crit chance. And then for the knee pads, we have armor and weapon handling. The remaining 2 items are both Grupo. Now, the reason being the brand set bonuses. So, Grupo Sombra, we get 15% crit hit damage and 20% explosives damage. I've already showed you what that is compared to China Light, and that's why this is the overwhelming favorite. As far as the attributes, we have weapon damage for the core, crit chance, and then weapon handling. And then same thing applies for the holster, weapon damage, weapon handling, and crit chance. And that is the build. It doesn't get more simple than this. The hardest thing, in my opinion, would probably be getting the EMP sticky, because you do have to do those legacy manhunt missions if you don't have the EMP sticky. Now, the EMP sticky, I believe that is the Schaefer mission, if I'm not mistaken. So toggle the Coney Island amusement park and see if you can do that for the EMP sticky. I'm pretty sure that's how you get it. And then the other skill is going to be your jammer. Both skills will take away the enemy's shields and cause them to explode during this global event. That's why both of these are vital. As far as the weapons are not vital. You can use whatever weapons you want. As far as the build itself, the attributes, weapon handling, crit chance, and all of that, I would say that that's pretty vital for the build. However, the core attributes, again, you could go all blues, but it is relatively difficult to farm for all the correct attributes and then change all of your cores to blue. So that's why it's a lot easier to just do 3 blue, 3 red, in my opinion. Okay, enough about that. Here is your weapon sheet, and we're going to start off with the grenade launcher because, let's be real, the Lady Death is our fallback, which is funny to say because usually our Lady Death would be the star of the show. But here is our grenade launcher, 3.15 million damage. We have 28 crit chance, 84 crit damage, 95 headshots. And then, of course, I want to point out that reload speed because you'll notice in the gameplay that the reload for it is wicked quick. I love it. Now, as far as the offensive sheet, we are at, well, actually, let me show you. We're at 48% weapon handling, so that's why our reload is so quick. But as far as the offensive tab, this is for the Lady Death. We are at 77 all weapons damage bonus and 15% SMG damage bonus. So every time we're using the Lady Death, we're starting off at 92% damage bonus total. Woo, look at all those tip of the spears, tip of the spear, tip of the spear, 2 Grupo, tip of the spear. Now, as far as the defensive tab, it is rounded up to 1.4 million armor, but we're at 1.37. And for the health, we are at 363k. And finally, for the explosive and hazard protection, both are 10%, and that is due to my watch level. So, here is the disclaimer for all my build videos. I am sitting at watch level 8046. That means all these attributes are maxed out 50 of 50. Now, if you are at or above shade level 1000, you'll have the exact same setup. You can copy and paste my build and get the same numbers and results, excluding the expertise, of course. Now, if you're below shade level 1000, some of these boxes are not going to be maxed out. So whenever you do copy and paste my build, don't freak out if some of your numbers are a little bit lower. They're not going to be way off, but they are going to be a little bit lower. But just remember that whenever you reach shade level 1000, your character will then be min-maxed, excluding the health, and you should be good to go. All right. Now, I think that's it. I have nothing left to say about this build. This might be the happiest you will ever see me running Tip of the Spear, and that is all because of this global event. So I really hope you enjoy the gameplay. It was a lot of fun, made me laugh the whole time. So yeah, get that popcorn ready. Now, if you find this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Remember, I post daily Division content, so make sure you ring that notification bell. That way you don't miss a single Division video. But that's it for me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care of yourself. Peace out. And roll that gameplay footage. Well, the weather outside is weather. Now, for the gameplay, we're going to be doing PvE, and, well, it's targeted loot Tip of the Spear right now at Lincoln Memorial, so I figured it'd be fitting for me to use Tip of the Spear over here. So we're going to do Lincoln Memorial 5 directives. So this is the hardest difficulty you can do this mission on. So I hope you enjoy. Here we go. Now we're only going to be using the specialization. So let's see how long this lasts before I switch over
They maintain this outpost.
and
True
bite
Sons will be
those
direct
words.
threat to the campus.
All right, here we go. Make sure not to blow myself up.
Heavy ammunition detected.
Got a visual on
There we go.
additional hostiles in the memorial compound. They're moving south. There's a gate between
And this
you.
is with
It looks
all
closed from
directives. This is
Agent,
ridiculous.
you'll need to find a way to open that gate.
There we go. And now, I mean, I'm still using my specializations. We're going to see how long this will last. Just a reminder, this is on the hardest difficulty possible. But because of this new global event, game over. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Get out here. 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 Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get out there. Let's go. Yo. And we have more specialization ammo on the ground. Let's get it, dude. Every 3 kills you get more. And every minute you get more. Hey, look, I can't pick up more ammo because I haven't used any. Oh, no, because of the directive. Stupid. Alright, I never said that. Alright. Moving on. Hey, look, I just got 2 more. Just because of Tip of the Spear. Nice. Boom. 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 Yep. Boom. Uh-oh. Got foam. Boom. Boom. Oh. Oh, snap. I'm about to die. Yo, I can't die. Hold on. What am I doing right now? Boom. Oh my gosh. Woo. Yo, these elites are being some MFers. Yeah. There we go. Oy. Ooh. Hold on. Is this elite versus elite? I mean, grenade versus grenade? Yeah, it is. Oh, man. See, at this point, this is where I'd switch weapons, because I'm not going to be able to really take this guy out with a grenade. I mean, we'll do a few, but I'm just going to end up wasting my ammo. So this is where switching over makes the most sense. As you can see, I mean, it's just, instead of the 3.6, I'm only doing 1.4. So that counts as a named enemy. Alright, so switching. Oh, I have a freaking lady death.
Removed hostile protection.
One more shot, I'm dead. You gotta be fucking kidding. I'm gonna crush.
Ah!
Protected hospital restored.
Oh! Oh! Oh man. I don't want to waste all my grenades on this guy, because I know it's not hurting him. Oh yeah, I have my shotgun. Hey. Hey. Let's go. Hop shot. Hop shot. Hold on. Now I have to take away his freaking... whatchamacallit. Ah, there we go.
All clear.
Hey.
I repeat, the compound is all clear.
So that's how you take care of the named bosses.
Check the interior while I
On
get
all
these people to
directives,
maintain
just
the
whip out
perimeter.
your sidearm. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Oh, and we have 5 ammo. Legit, dude. Legit. I'm loving it. I'm telling you, put this build together, please. It doesn't matter what other weapons. You don't have to do all the specializations and stupid, gimmicks that I'm putting together. It's just, to show you that you can do it. You don't have to, obviously. But you can. And that's the point.
Not sure if I can find him.
Oh, I missed. I missed that one.
Detected heavy ammunition.
Nice.
Truce has turned the memorial into a base.
Nice.
An area beneath you with increased security.
This is
Isaac can't
ridiculous.
access data on this location. Stay alert. I don't know what you're walking into.
It's so stupid. This is fun, man. This is fun. And going back to what the developers said, like they meant for this to be like the signature ammo, like their signature weapon global event. Well, they really did. They outdid themselves. And this could work with anything. I mean, really, you could use it with any specialization, but the specifics that EMP and explosives are what cause them to explode, it's just like a no-brainer. It's like, come on, just use a freaking demo, get it over with, have fun, knock it out. Don't forget to get your loot too. It is heroic after all. Let's get it. I haven't ran a new character lately, so I do need some of the materials. I'm poor. As a poor. But I do need to run another one for sure. Hella tight on materials. Expertise upgrades are stupid expensive. It really is. Just getting your items up to like 10 or 12, it's ridiculously expensive. And then you have to do that for all your builds if you want your builds to be at a certain, potential. Alright, here we go. Game face. Urgh. And if you have 7, like I do right here, it won't generate the 8th. You have to have 2 missing.
Hostile protection removed.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Heavy
gosh.
ammunition.
Oh my gosh. Yo, this isn't even fair, bro. Oh my god. Yo, let's go, dude. And they're all gone. See ya. Oh my gosh. This is fun. I'm gonna be doing this all week. If you want to know what Kamikaze's going to be doing, he's going to be making people explode all week. So like you have to shoot one out. That way you have 6, right? And then you can pick up 2. What? Oh, it's not gonna. Oh, but it'll regenerate 2. Watch this. Watch. So don't pick one up. Just have the 6 and O, and then watch. You'll see it'll regenerate the 2. So you have to be at exactly 6 for it to work. I'll show you. Wow, I'm getting this stuff. Because I noticed it does give you 2 at a time, and as long as you're going by 2s, it'll give you all the way to 8. But if you have 6 and then one in the back, it won't give you 8. It'll stick with 7. For some reason. I don't know.
According to the schematics Isaac pulled
Before I go up
upstairs,
against them.
we can lock that tunnel door from
Come
that
on,
control
give me the
center. That
There
should
it
keep
is.
them from being able to
Right,
transport
so you
those
can see
mortars
6
loaded
and
with
2.
DC-62.
Alright, here we go. Explosions! Oh my god. Dude. That's so sick,
Heavy
bro.
ammunition detected.
Oh. Oh, he jumped. Oh, he jumped.
Stay back.
Because I have all directives on, I can't see where they're at. Oh, there they are. Across the way. I see you now.
Detected. Heavy munitions.
I'm loving it. And the last one is up top. Yep. Bye-bye. 3.6 million. Bye-bye. I'm loving it. I'm truly loving it. So you can see right here, I'm at 6.1. Or I'm at 6 and 1, right, for my ammo. And I can't pick an ammo up, right? I can't pick one up. But if I shoot one out and I just go 6 and 0, it'll pick 2 up from the regen. That's your little workaround. Just in case you want to make sure you have 8. Because it will regen. This is a really sick specialization for this global event. I will say, just for this global event. It's sick. I love it. I'm a huge fan. Huge fan. Huge. Huge. I'm a huge fan. It sounds like a speech.
That should keep them from getting
Huge.
more of those mortars.
Alright. There we go. Now we have 8. Here we go. To wreck the day. Boom!
Removed. Hostile protection.
Oh my gosh. The way that they just like freeze midair, it's amazing. So it's at 8:49. The after hit. Oh yeah, he's a boss. That's right.
Hostile protection restored.
I can't. Let me do this. And then do this. And do this. Hello.
Heavy ammunition detected.
I can't waste my ammo like that.
Serious trauma detected.
Oh, that didn't work? Oh, come on. Boom. Shaka-laka.
Protected hostile restored.
Oh, another boss, that's right. Made him grenade himself. Ah. Oh, oh snap. How am I gonna get that bag? There it is. Like that. Nice. Now, let's see. Oh! Yes. Oh, I could get him just with the shotty. He's dirty. Oh yeah, one more. Bye-bye.
Good work. Go on and head back up.
Like,
The team
that's
from the campus is taking position
heroic
inside the
with
memorial.
5 directives. And over, I don't know, 80% of this mission, I was doing this with a smile on my face. Loving it. Loving life. Like, if you ran this with no directives, it would be a cakewalk. Just jam them, shoot them with the grenade launcher, see ya. It's so good. So good. Highly recommend.
If you hadn't
100%.
stopped them, I know
Please
they would've
put
used
this
those
build
weapons
together
on us,
this
and we
week.
would've ended
Try
up
it
like
out.
Castle.
I swear by
I
it.
can't tell you how relieved
You know
I am
me,
to have you
I
on
don't
our
do that
side.
often. And when
Thank
I
you.
do, it's worth it. So for
Today,
real,
we
put this
dealt a
build
great
together and
blow
try
to
it
the
out
True
with the
Sun's
global event.
infrastructure.
You will be
We
very
confiscated a
happy.
massive cache of chemical weapons
All right,
and
let's look at
eliminated a
the
stronghold near the campus.
good old stats.
You should be proud.
Here
You
we
saved a
go.
lot of lives today.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, completed a challenge. Look at us. All right, come on with the pop-ups. There we go. 516 million damage. Let's see, from the explosive. 404 billion of it from explosives. That's awesome. That's awesome. It took us, 13 minutes to do heroic with 5 directives, just using our specialization. Well, excluding the named enemies, but I showed you why. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I am Kamikazevondoom. I hope you have a great day. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.